inquiry cycle that we used in first grade for our first unit, People Who Work. And so throughout the unit, the kids worked on different skills to find out about our community and the different jobs that we do, and then we kept track of it on the board. It was a way for the students to remember each step and reflect on all the pieces that we did. And I've talked about tuning in a little bit. That was when we say that's when we start paying attention to the unit. We start getting a few ideas what it's about, and it starts sparking our questions. And as soon as we start tuning in, then the kids can think, do they have any things they're curious about?
I was curious about when the jobs were, like, how many jobs are there in the world?
I was curious about why do they work?
When they have a burning question, we figure out where in the cycle might we find it out. And we really looked at them at going further. We kind of looked at all of our questions and we said, some of these questions we've already answered when we were finding out and sorting and drawing conclusions. Some of them we could easily find out, so we would Google them together. And then some of them we said, this is a question we can't really answer at this time. So that was a good sorting process and showed them that they can answer their questions on their own or with little.
I learned that there's 4.8 million jobs that they estimated on Google.
The going further and taking action parts are where the kids can really take ownership of, here's what I still want to know, how could we do that? Or once it's over, here's everything we found out, how can we show what we've learned or take what we've learned and do something with it. So that's what I really enjoyed about the letters that they wrote.
Dear Mr. Zaharoni, thank you for doing your job of being a physical therapist. It helps the community by providing a service. It really helps because it makes people get better. Sincerely, Julia.
What I find enjoyable in inquiry is that I don't sit and plan the entire unit myself in advance and know exactly what's going to happen. I let the kids help drive it, and so it's a more organic experience for everyone. And so when they started realizing, we read in some books first, and they started realizing, well, sometimes I have a question that's not in a book. That was a really natural segue to, well, what if we interviewed people who actually had those jobs? The students realized that they have ownership over their learning. Their questions, their curiosities can really drive their learning. They're more engaged when it's their question that they're finding out an answer to. With this unit, it also gave us an avenue to learn a lot of just concrete skills that they'll need for life. I mean, they learned about how to give an interview and preparing questions ahead of time and how to act in an interview, and just having those experiences as young as first grade is a great way for them to experience it in a low-key, low-stress environment and kind of build the confidence so that as they grow older, they already have had some chances to explore those things.